Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to say that I hope you all hear me. My microphone isn't really working great tonight, so if this is just horrible and turns out just almost silent, then I will totally fix it. But I really wanted to discuss something that I have not really brought up on YouTube. And quite honestly, this is kind of a new topic for me and my family and my friends. Well, I have decided to possibly join the Navy, which, you know, that was a little bit of a shocker for my family, just because, you know, it's not something people just decide to do. It has to be a true commitment and, like, totally committed to, like, what you're doing. And when it comes to military, you can't just be like, oh, I want to join the military. You have to be fully committed to that. You know, a lot of parents would not take it well that their little girl was joining the military, but my parents have. They're more shocked. Shocked with the whole idea. Honestly, my friends have been the ones who've been taking it harder than my family. You know, I grew up in a very liberal society, I would say, in a very diverse environment. Excuse me. So when I came to my liberal friends and I was like, hey guys, guess what? I'm joining the Navy. You know, a lot of them were like, well, we don't see you joining the Navy out of all people. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm joining the Navy. And, you know, we went through the why, how, could you, no, because, you know, they support our troops, but they're not big military people. Like, they're not people who you would look at and be like, oh, they're going to join the military. And that's the group of people I've grown up with. So I can understand the shock. Now, getting past all of that, I would like to explain why I have chosen this path, possibly. I haven't signed any papers yet, so I haven't made it official, but one reason is, you know, all my life I have worked in a collaborative group my whole life. Like, I mean, from day one, being in theater and acting for 10 years, you know, it's not individual. It's completely do this, do that with a group. And if you don't do it with a group, you're going to fail. And honestly, it was just like looking into my other options. I've always wanted to act, and I've always had that deep love for the theater. But recently, it's just been like, what else can I do? And in the past 3 months, you know, just thinking about, like, what I could do to give back, you know, I want to have a career that isn't simply about me. And I do still have full intention of pursuing theater in the future at some time. And I think I'm more leaning towards the Navy Reserves because I will have that opportunity to still go and get my degree that I had planned on doing. But, you know, I'm a legacy to the Navy. You know, both my grandfathers were in the Navy. A large percentage of males in my family were in the Navy. Granted, I would be the first female in my family to go to the Navy, but the Navy is a huge part of my family. Like, you know, it's a huge part. If I was going to serve in the military, no question about it, I would join the Navy. So I think that's why I was like, the Navy. And I'm not going to pretend like, oh, I'm not considering benefits and I'm not considering all that. I mean, obviously, oh my gosh, the benefits are amazing, you know, incredible. You know, being able to work with people with the same intentions and the same goal and mindset, being able to work alongside with those types of people, and then being able to work towards something that is much, much larger than yourself, while being able to get a reliable income, insurance, you know. Like, forgive me if I make it sound like it's all about that. That's not my intention at all, but like, you cannot blame me for considering those things. I went running for the first time, you know, in a couple days ago. I went running for the first time in, like, I'd say since summer. And generally I'm in decent shape, you know. I'm a good weight for my height, and you know, I do well as of currently, which is great. But one thing in the Navy that I noticed is, you know, you have to pass a PT, a physical training test at the end. And I think for females, I saw on someone else's video. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment. But I believe that it's 14 minutes and 45 seconds, which doesn't sound bad. For a mile and a half, it isn't. But let me tell you, for someone who's in like 4 months and has their like timer with them in their hand and they're running, trying to get in shape before, you know, signing, going up to boot camp, any of that, it is hard. It's definitely hard when you have the time right there with you and you're like, I've been running for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's not easy whatsoever. But you know, it's not insane. I'm really trying to get physically fit before I make any commitments. And as I said, it's not a definite thing. I'm still in high school, and I definitely don't want to sign before I'm out of high school and do the high school program. I want to be able to think long and hard about my options and the opportunities that the Navy would bring to me. But I don't want to commit myself too early. But yeah, I just, you know, I have not really spoken about that on here, and I feel like I speak about everything else. Well, recently no, which is something, you know, I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to get back in the YouTube, you know, like, I feel like I haven't made a video in forever, and then I'm like, hey guys, guess what, I'm joining the Navy. So yeah, leave a comment. I guess for those in the Navy, if you're watching this, I have questions. I always have questions at the end of my videos. But one question is, you know, going through boot camp, what did you think was the toughest experience you had? And I know that's like a question everyone asks, but like honestly, like it's different for everyone. So I will go ahead and ask that question. For women in the Navy, would you consider it more difficult than for men? I always have that fear, you know, like that fear that because I am a female, because I am generally small, you know, I'm 5'3", 5'2", I weigh 119. I'm not super tiny, but I'm little, so I feel like, you know, going up against men who are like, not literally twice my size, but, you know, twice my size, it would be a challenge for me, whereas for them it would not be as hard. Maybe that's just stereotype, but you know, that's just one fear I have. So would you consider it more difficult on a female with a smaller body frame and you know, obviously not as fit as most men to succeed in the Navy? What would you suggest for someone who wants to still pursue other careers? Do you think it would be wise for them to go full enlistment into the military, into the Navy, or do you think it would be better to go into the reserve? That's one huge question on my mind, because I know I want to do theater. I know I want to do communications and arts, and I have all these like goals for myself. But at the same time, I want to serve my country and I want to give back. And so that's one thing I'm considering, is the reserve. So if anyone watching these videos has any answers, I will ask that please don't leave a smart comment that is gonna annoy me. I don't want to be rude. I know this video's like not well scripted. I'm tired. You're tired. I just got back from working out, so I'm sweaty. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any comments or replies or anything to say to me, please leave it down there. Make a video response. Do what you will. But leave the attitudes away. No, I'm playing. You can have an attitude. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to make another video shortly. Thank you.